Hello Capricorn and welcome to my channel. I am Ivy Rose with Creatively Ivy Rose Oracle Readings. Now this is a general reading for all of my Capricorn out there, so it may resonate with you but it may not. But if it does, please like and subscribe as that'll help me to pick up on all of your energy for future readings. Now all of the decks that I'm going to be using today are here on my table, but there will also be links in the description below where you can find and purchase each one. And I also offer personal readings, so if anyone is interested, the link to my Etsy is listed below. All right, Capricorn, so just a few announcements before we begin. So we have made it to November. Yay, another month. That being said, Thanksgiving is coming up, and I am going to be taking a trip out of town the week of Thanksgiving and a little thereafter to visit some family. So that being said, bear with me with the beginning of December readings, as those will not get done until the end of the first week of December, because I'll be getting back in the middle of that week. Normally I try to shoot for the first, but this is not going to be possible while I'm out of town, and I would like to give my family my full undivided attention. So I'm sure that you guys can understand. And all of this information I'm going to reiterate in the mid-month check-in. So that being said, my shop will also be temporarily closed, put on vacation, and I'm going to do that, I think, the middle of the week before Thanksgiving, so that I have time to catch up on everything else that I have to catch up on, all my readings and everything. And then I'm not bombarding myself with a whole lot of stuff amongst packing and, having to pick up and leave before my trip. So there is that. And today I am going to introduce to you all my runes. So these are stone runes that my mother gave to me a few years ago, and I have been using them not as often as I should, but I have used them for quite some time, and I'm excited to share a new form of divination with you. So if you guys would like to see more of me introducing these things into my readings, please comment below. I love feedback, and thank you so much for going with me on this journey, as a lot of things are very experimental for me as this channel continues to move and grow into what it's supposed to. So I appreciate you all very, very much. All right, so let's go ahead and begin, Capricorn. So the first deck that I'm going to be using is the Secret Language of Animals. Love this deck. I need to use it more often, so I'm very excited to start using it for you guys today. All right, universe, spirit guides of the collective. Let's go ahead and get some messages for Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn to start off their reading? Beginning messages for Capricorn. Let's get some beginning messages for Capricorn. Okay, I see one. All right, let's see what we got. Eagle, vision, freedom, authority, inspiration. I like that. Nice, strong way to start off. Number 20. Let's see what we have for you, Capricorn. Tufa. Here we go. When eagle soars into your skies, she brings with her the gift of freedom, born of the courage to see beyond all limits. Eagle comes to awaken the visionary in you. She calls you to the high place of your purest dreaming. She comes to remind you that you did not come here to be tangled or suppressed by life. You did not come here to be weighed down by the details of your day-to-day, but to rise with the breath of your great spirit, to stretch your heart and vision beyond what may have once seemed realistic or appropriate, into the wide open field of all possibility. Eagle medicine brings the power to build a bridge between your greatest aspiration and your current reality. Eagle knows there is a time to perch, a time to study from afar, a time to soar above, and a time to dive with great focus toward that which you are seeking. As you prepare to embark upon a new life change or creative endeavor, take time first to bring yourself to higher ground. Breathe in the mountain breezes that give birth to lofty visions. With eagle's view, you will see with great clarity not only the field of infinite possibilities before you, but also what actions are needed to realize your vision. And with this clarity comes the energy and inspiration to claim all that you are, that is your dreaming and more. Move with eagle's power and grace, and you will find that great heights can be reached with ease while maintaining a grounded connection to the earth. Here is an affirmation for you. From the mountaintop of my being, I see a world of infinite possibility. I open my wings and let go of limits. My great spirit lifts me higher. I bring visions of heaven back to earth. So let me know if you can see that. You can go ahead and write that down. Say it as often as you like, daily, maybe multiple times a day. So universe is calling you now to allow yourself to transcend the limitations that are within you and without you. And what I mean by that is we all create these limitations in our mind of the things that we can do and the things that we can't do. And we have society that's always telling us, oh, you can do this because you are this person, or you can't do this because you're not this kind of person. And that is not true. Anything that we wish to do in this life, we can manifest for ourselves. We have the power to hone those capabilities. We are capable of any and everything that we put our mind to. But it starts with you, and it starts in your own mind. Capricorn, you have got to be willing to transcend those limitations at this time, whether it's generational limitations or societal limitations or the limitations within you. And those are some of the most important, because we tend to stop ourselves more than anybody. Okay? If there's something that you've been wanting to start, or something that you've been wanting to finish, or something that you've just been wanting to dive headfirst into, but you think to yourself, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I can't do that. This is impossible for me right now because of my circumstances. None of that is true. You create these blockages within yourself. You tell yourself that you can't, and that's just reflected back to you from the universe. Okay? Remember, manifesting starts with thoughts, then words, then actions. Your thoughts are very powerful, and a lot more powerful than you believe them to be, and a lot more powerful than we remember. Okay? So in remembering this and remembering how powerful your thoughts are, start changing them into something more positive. Instead of saying, I can't do this because of this, say, you know what? I can do this. And just because this is in the way, that does not mean that I'm going to find a different route to overcome that so that I can reach this goal. Soar like the eagle. Encompass, embody this eagle energy. Step back and perch when you need to in order to learn from afar. Maybe learn more about your circumstances, learn more about yourself, your life, the things that you can do. Perch on that branch of that super tall tree to see the different pathways. You will see so many more pathways to reach that goal than you would have ever thought possible, because you were looking from the ground level and you could only see those few. Okay? When you do that, you will start to see past those limitations. You will start to see beyond those limitations, and you'll realize, wow, there were so many ways that I could have gone about this, but I was stopping myself from doing that. Don't stop yourself from doing that. Allow yourself to be that eagle, to soar above and beyond these limitations, to see from that super tall tree, and to see the different outlets, the pathways that you can take in order to reach your goals. They are possible, but you've got to believe it for yourself, Capricorn, and now is the time. Universe is calling you to do that. Okay? All right, so now we get into the rune part of this reading. Very, very excited. So for those of you who are a little off-put or don't really understand what runes are, works the same way as tarot and oracle. It's just a different tool. So it is either a stone or a crystal or a chunk of wood, whatever material it's made out of. I just love stone because it's very grounded. That has a specific symbol on it that is going to reveal a message that you are supposed to hear. And these also have reversal meanings, but the reversal meanings, if you are off put by reversal meanings, same as in tarot. It does not mean bad energy. It does not mean that bad things are coming your way. This is just the universe's way of pointing out a blockage so that you can figure out what that is and transcend it and move forward. Okay? So, the way that I do this is very similar to the way that I do oracle. Of course, I can't just let a stone fall out, but I close my eyes, I shuffle around a little bit, and then when I feel ready, I pull one out. All right. So we have this one, and we're going to see what this entails. And I don't know if this has a reversal meaning, simply because no matter what way you put it, I think it's the same, but we will find out. Let's see. Breakthrough. I love how accurately the runes and the cards go together. Like, they really do. From all of the readings that I've done with these so far, they really, really go hand in hand and share some of the same energy. So breakthrough, let's see. Day, God's light, prosperity, and fruitfulness. Page 135. Yeah, there's no reversal, so good. Here's the final rune belonging to the cycle of initiation. Drawing Dagaz, that's what it says. I kid you not. D-A-G-A-Z. And if I am pronouncing anything wrong, please comment below and correct me. I am totally open to being a student here because there's still a lot that I need to learn about runes, so bear with me. Yeah. So, Dagaz. Drawing Dagaz often signals a major shift or breakthrough in the process of a self-change, a complete transformation in attitude, or a 180-degree turn. For some, the transition is so radical that they are no longer able to live the ordinary life in the ordinary way. That was mentioned here too. Because the timing is right, the outcome is assured, although not, from the present vantage point, predictable. In each life there comes at least one moment which, if recognized and seized, transforms the course of that life forever. Rely, therefore, on radical trust, even though the moment may call for you to leap empty-handed into the void. With this rune, your warrior nature reveals itself. If Dagaz is followed by the blank rune, the magnitude of the transformation may be so great as to portend a death, the successful conclusion to your passage. And remember, death does not mean literal. Death is like the death of a cycle, the death of a habit, the death of a pattern. Okay? But we don't have the blank rune at this time, so that's not what that means anyway. A major period of achievement and prosperity is often introduced by this rune. The darkness is behind you, daylight has come. Nevertheless, you are reminded not to collapse yourself into thoughts for the future or behave recklessly in your new situation. Considerable hard work can be involved in a time of transformation. Undertake to do it joyfully. Wow. So, you have gotten through the harder times, Capricorn. November is full of a lot of changes for many of us, and yours has a lot to do with, of course, like it says, freedom. Freedom, breakthroughs. A lot of good things are happening. By embodying the energy of the eagle and allowing yourself to overcome these obstacles and allowing yourself to transcend these beliefs, these old outdated beliefs, you are allowing breakthroughs to happen, breakthrough energy. And this is going to bring you a lot of joy, a lot of prosperity, a lot of great things into your life. And universe is calling you to go through these changes and transitions, seeing as this is a great, this is a great transitionary phase that you're going through at this time. Instead of looking at it through a negative lens, like, oh, this is too hard, I can't do this, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what you're doing. And even if you don't, look at it as an opportunity to learn what you are doing in order to traverse through your path that much better and that much more gracefully. And with more of an open mind and with more of a set path in mind. Okay? So you are going through a wonderful breakthrough, and it should be looked at in a positive light. Like, wow, I'm really growing and changing as a person. I can't live the way that I once did because I am embodying this breakthrough energy and this freedom and this new line of vision. And it can feel uncomfortable at times, but knowing that this is the outcome is so worth it. So remember that as you're moving forward, Capricorn. It is difficult. But it is so worth it, and it is going to be worth it when you feel this energy and you embody this energy fully. Okay? All right, and lastly, we have our messages from Spirit. So let's go ahead and get some final words of advice and wisdom for Capricorn. What final messages do you have for Capricorn at this time? Anything else for Capricorn? No, too many. Let's do one more time. I feel like there might be something else. Yep. Yeah. All right. Refrain from judgments. We are all unique in experiencing life in our own way. Allow others their journey. So if you've been experiencing judgment because you're going through your own stuff, universe is saying, stop that. Because just as much as you would like that understanding and that grace as you're moving into this energy, you need to allow other people that same grace and that same understanding and that same forgiveness. Even if by going through this breakthrough you realize that you and a certain person or a certain group of people don't mix, your energies don't mix anymore, which is perfectly fine. You're just shedding away the old to bring in the new and to bring in better people for you. But that doesn't mean that you sit there and judge them for the things that they do after the fact, because you wouldn't want somebody to do that to you while you're going through this part of your journey. Okay? All right. If you're wondering if this will happen, the answer is no. I cannot pinpoint what this is at this time, okay? Capricorn, I think whatever was your first thought when this card came out, you know what that is, okay? Whatever it is, the answer is no, and don't take that as a negative thing, because things happen for you or don't happen for you for your greatest good. Universe closes certain doors to say, hey, this is not meant for you. This was never meant for you. You need to move to something greater, and here is that path. Are you going to take it? Okay? So again, whatever this is, take it how it resonates for you, Capricorn, but it's not for you. And you should be happy that that's showing itself as that, so that you can move on to something better and you don't have to focus your energy on whatever this is anymore. Okay? If you don't leave on your own, the universe will throw you out. So, going right back to this, if you are hanging on to something that you know is no good for you, the universe has a funny way of saying, okay, well, if you're not going to do it, then I'm going to do it for you. And sometimes that feeling is way worse because there's a lot of helplessness involved in that. And I know because of relationships that I've been in, relationships that I've known that are not good for me. And the universe has constantly told me, hey, this person ain't good for you. Time to let them go. And I'm like, you know what? No, I think that I can change them. I think that this is good for me. And it ends up falling apart anyway. You know? So figure out what this is and figure out what you are going to do in order to release yourself from that, because it's not for you. The universe has constantly and consistently tried to tell you, hey, this isn't for you. And if you don't do something about it, then I will, and you're probably not going to like it. But remember that it's for you. It's because I love you and I want to see the best for you. Okay? You are being protected by your angels. Do not worry. So throughout all of this, and, throughout all of this and moving forward with releasing whatever this is and moving forward and embodying this energy, remember that you are protected by your angels, by your spirit guides, by the universe itself. Remember, the universe, like I said, with this whole thing, the universe wants nothing but the best for you. Embrace that. And know that you are always protected, that the outcome is going to be for your greatest good. Don't look at these things as something negative. And if you are falling into that headspace, remind yourself, okay, no matter what, universe is protecting me right now. And I know that even if I'm going through some weird changes or some changes that don't feel very good right now, the universe is divinely guiding me, and I am protected no matter what. Okay? And the relationship you are in is serving to teach you something very important. So again, doesn't have to be romantic. It can be platonic, but for a certain number of you Capricorn, I'm being called to tell you that it is a relationship, that there is some kind of romantic relationship that you are in that, once again, is not for you. It's not for you. You know deep down that it's not for you. Okay? We all know when something is not for us because we can feel it here. Okay? We know that things are coming to an end. We know that this person does not serve us. If they did at one point, it was to teach you this lesson and to move forward without them. Okay? So again, this is only going to resonate for a certain few of you, but take that how it resonates. But there is a relationship here that is, again, for some of you, is not serving you, and it needs to be released, but it is serving to teach you something. And you need to figure out what that lesson is so that you can take it with you, allow that to shed away, and to move forward into this freedom energy. Maybe that's what that freedom energy is about too, is being free from a toxic relationship. Again, doesn't have to be romantic. Can be platonic, a friendship, a familial relationship that is not serving you. Okay? That's one thing that I like to say too. Just because we are related by blood does not mean that if you are toxic for me that I have to keep you around. Okay? So don't take it as that either. Oh, but this is my family member. I have to. Nope. I have seen so many stories online where so many people are like, hey, I had to cut my mother off because she was toxic. She didn't really love me the way that she was supposed to, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. And that gave them that sense of freedom. Okay? So, and if this does not apply to you, and it's not a relationship that you're having to let fall away, whatever relationship you are in, even if it is meant to last, it is still meant to teach you something. So universe wants you to really, really step outside of the relationship and look at it from the outside in and see what it is supposed to teach you. Figure out that lesson and take that with you and carry that with you, because that lesson is supposed to be carried with you as you traverse through this part of your journey. Okay? All right, Capricorn, that is what I have for you for the beginning of the month of November, and I will see you all for our mid-month check-in, okay? Bye!